began to show.
Hey guys, what's up? Today you're gonna be watching a 51-4 gameplay on Raid, and I'm just pretty much gonna giving you tips and just helping you out with how to get good, better gameplays, or as some people might call it, YouTube-worthy gameplays. And those aren't always easy to get, so I'm gonna help you get those easier and quicker. And pretty much, I'm not gonna do this episode like the last one where I'm like, okay, this is tip 1, this is tip 2. I'm just gonna go along and talk. And you're gonna have to try to follow along as long as you watch the whole video, but it's pretty easy just to follow along. It's some just simple tips that some people haven't known yet, but you're gonna be able to figure out today. So I'm gonna start off with my class setup. As you can see in the picture, it is a Peacekeeper and a Cap as my weapons. With the Peacekeeper, I have an EOTech sight and Quick Draw, and with the Cap, I don't have any attachments. And I'll tell you why I like those guns together. The Peacekeeper, it can do close range damage really easily if you have to, and it has good mid-range at full auto, and at long range you can just burst it, and it does really well. And I really like the amount of damage. Now, I used to really hate the Peacekeeper. I used to think it sucked, but they buffed it so that if you don't know what that means, it pretty much means they made it better. They increased the damage that it has, and it kills a lot faster, so it's really good. I use the EOTech sight because it increases the range of it and the accuracy, and I don't have necessarily amazing accuracy, so it really helps me out. And with the Quick Draw, I'm able to zoom in quicker because a lot of times you're not going to run into people while you're just sitting there with a head glitch. You're just at a barrier, and so you're gonna have to make sure you're able to kill them on the run too. And in case if you're not no-scoping, you can get them much quicker. I really like the Cap because if I know that I'm in a close range situation, I can pull it out really quickly, and I can kill them in like just a couple, not even a couple bullets, but you have to be accurate with the Cap because it doesn't have much ammo in the mag. But as long as you're accurate, it's a really good gun to use, and it doesn't even need any attachments. That's how good it is. For my perk setup, I'm using Hardline and Ghost with perk 1 Greed. I like Hardline because a lot of people think it's cheap, but it's actually not, because it's not easy and it's pretty hard to get your Orbital VSAT and your Lodestar, but it makes it like 1 to 2 kills less, or I think just 1 kill less. But that kill, a lot of times people get 1 away and they die, and this really helps, for me at least, and I don't think it's cheap at all. Ghost is really good because a lot of people, the most common kill streak used or score streak is the UAV, or at least I'm pretty sure it's the UAV, and a lot of people don't use Ghost, so the people with the UAV will just run around, and whenever they see a red dot, they'll think, okay, that's where they are. But if I don't see a red dot, no one's there. But if you use Ghost, you can surprise them, and they just don't know where you are, so you can just like stay stealthy and they won't know where you are. I really like Scavenger as my perk 2 because you're gonna run out of ammo going for your Orbital VSAT most likely, and you need ammo. And you can get lethals, tacticals back. You can pretty much get everything back like in Modern Warfare 2. I really like Dexterity because if it goes with the Quick Draw, they both pretty much have this similar meaning. Quick Draw zooms in quicker, and Dexterity brings the gun up faster after sprinting. So if you're sprinting and you have Quick Draw and Dexterity, all you need to do is just zoom in, and you zoom in really quickly, and you can get that kill as fast as possible, and that's really important. I really like Claymore because with Claymore you can set it down if you're just staying in a general area. You can set it down on openings that you can't necessarily watch all the time. I also really enjoy using the C4, but in this certain game I just happen to have the Claymore, so you can use that. It's really good too. If you look at my kill streak setup in the game, I'm using Orbital VSAT, Lodestar, and Swarm. Now, I'm just using this kill streak setup in the game, but I suggest that you would use anything from, if you're going for a really good gameplay, something like either an Orbital VSAT, then a Lodestar or a VTOL warship, then a K9 unit or a Swarm, because there's AI controlled There's stuff that you control, and there's something that gets you started like an orbital VSAT. Now, you can use lower kill streaks, but as long as you can go in that cycle and keep going through the cycle of kill streaks, you get a lot more kills. So as you can see, that's my class setup. And pretty much, I'm just going to talk about some strategies that you can use. Now, I really recommend that you stay on the side of the map. You can't go through the middle, because if you go through the middle, you have to watch in front of you, behind you, to your right, and to your left. But if you're at the side of the map, you don't have to watch in front of you, behind you, and your left or your right. But you don't have to watch another side, and that's like reducing your chance of dying by 24%. And that's a good amount, because pretty much you want to focus on not dying as your #1 priority. You don't, first of all, it's not dying, and then it's getting a lot of kills. Because if you die a lot of times but get a lot of kills, your gameplay is not even going to matter. It's going to be bad. And you want to make sure you can just get around not dying, get a lot of kills, because that's what makes a good gameplay. Least amount of deaths, a lot of kills, and entertaining. So you just want to be able to also use guns that are like long mid-range, but can also use close range, good kill streaks, and pretty much the concept like that. You want to also, if you're playing smart, like this entire thing of playing and getting good gameplays is pretty much considered playing smart. And if you're playing smart, you should never be put in a situation where the enemy has an equal chance of killing you or has an advantage over you. You should always have an advantage over the enemy if you're playing smart. And if you have an advantage, you should be able to kill them pretty easily. So if you like, and playing smart pretty much includes, of course, staying on the side of the maps, picking good guns, but also like not necessarily head glitching, but just being in front of a barrier, because a barrier is like what protects you. If you're showing your full body, you should never have to do that unless you're like moving from one barrier to another. Many people think head glitching is cheap, but that's just a really, really useful strategy that you can use to get an advantage over people. So these are pretty much the tips that I have. I don't really know much more, but as you can see, they work for me. I've been getting a couple good gameplays, and I have another one that I'm going to use in a new series where I randomly generate a class and then use it to get a gameplay. I already have one of the gameplays for that, a 51-1 on Nuketown, and that'll be coming out soon, but it's working pretty well for me, these strategies so far, so I hope that these ones can work for you. And thanks for watching. The commentary is, I have nothing else to talk about, but the video's still going, so enjoy the rest of the video.
Friendly care package inbound. All flags secured. Hold your positions. UAV inbound. Stealth chopper inbound. Losing B. Orbital VSAT online. Move it! Friendly UAV inbound. Keep pressing the fight. We're taking it to them. Lightning strike coordinates received inbound. Friendly care package inbound. Losing Bravo. Losing B. UAV inbound.
Charge is in.
Friendly lightning strike inbound.